Yeah, welcome to the open book, where truth don't hide, stories ride, and every chapter got that power. Turn the page, now you stepping in, where real ones talk and the fake pretend. From viral heat to deep convo, we write the truth, let the whole world know. This ain't just a channel, it's a movement. The open book, every story, every voice.
Good morning, good morning, good morning. Happy Monday. Welcome to the open book. This is your host, Lakeisha. I hope everyone is having a fantastic morning so far. This is officially my first day of my vacation, okay? And I got some things to do early. So I was like, let me do this first. We're going to do a part one. And then, hey, y'all, y'all just set notifications, okay? Because I'm not going to put myself on a time schedule for the next 2.5 weeks, okay? Because I know we're going to still have things to talk about, baby, because it's a lot that has been going on. Oh, my goodness, y'all. I did not expect what we got this past weekend. So we're going to tap in and talk about it, okay? First, make sure you tap the like button. Let everyone know we are live, okay? Also, this live is for educational and entertainment purposes only and is covered under the Fair Use Act. Information shared is alleged in our opinions as we react to various topics and people. Let's see who we have here so far. Hey, Aaron, good morning. Thank you for joining and thank you for being first in the building. Hey, my girl, Dreamy Girl is in the building. Welcome, sis. Thank you for tapping in. And I hope you received what I sent this weekend. If you don't know what I'm talking about, send me a message. Hey, T. Smith, welcome. Simply Nick is in the building. Hey, Derica, good morning. Girl, you have me tickled under the videos. Your comments always have me tickled. Oh, my goodness. Hey, Gretchen, good morning. Miss Mabel is in the building. Thank you for joining. Hey, LaShonda, thank you for joining, sis. Let's see here. I'm trying to welcome some people. I know some people don't like when I do all this, but y'all fast forward if you're watching the replay, okay? Hey, Helena, welcome. Hey, Tabany, good morning. Shout out to Freddie, Justice for Meeks. Thank you for joining this morning. Good morning, Angel. Welcome. Hi, Shirley. Good morning, Honey 5K. Gangsta Goddess is in the building. And Purple Paradox, thank you for tuning in. Welcome, 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 everyone. Hey, Missy Lane. Missy Lane. You clocking what happened over the weekend? Because I know you've been standing on what you standing on, okay? You have not wavered. And look, we finally getting some confirmation, okay? Y'all know I was cracking up. Hi, Blue Desire. Welcome. Now, y'all know, okay, we're going to get into it. Y'all know our focus has been and always will be justice for Romeca, right? And so, since the beginning of this thing, back since September the 8th, a lot has transpired over these months. And there were things that we were mentioning that we felt was taking place, or what had happened. Now, we didn't have any proof of anything because on the other side of that, you had Quadre trying to counter the things we were putting out, and he was putting out, videos of Romeca, trying to tarnish her reputation, her character, and so forth. And so then it started becoming into a teams and Team Romeca and Team Holly and so forth. But there were some things that it's just a matter of time, y'all, that we talked about, that give some stuff time and let people talk. Because eventually I felt that they were going to start turning on each other. And some things that we have been waiting on hearing would eventually come out. Now, one of the first steps in this, okay, towards the justice was Holly was finally arrested. Okay, so that was one movement towards justice. Now, something else, y'all, that's been out in the atmosphere. I said, okay, Now, I don't know where this is coming from, but y'all know I'm all for it when it happens, okay? Because I'm not gonna say if, because baby, I truly feel that it is going to happen. It may be happening sooner than we think, but word on the YouTube streets is allegedly Carlos is supposed to be getting arrested soon. Okay, some people said as soon as today. Now don't give me an early Christmas gift. Okay, don't play with my emotions. Don't play with me. Because what? Where did it come from? Okay, because child, that would be two. Okay, before Christmas, child. Let's see. Black Paris, good morning. She said they treat Q like how they treated Romeca before her death, such as saying Q is crazy and wants to hear Carlos's voice. Same Holly was saying. Okay. You right about that. I knew Carlos was. Wait, we getting right into it. Okay, honey, 5K. You're not letting me build up. You're not letting me build up to nothing. Okay, you like, child, look, this what we heard. Girl, you came ready. I wasn't ready for that. I wasn't ready. Look at Helena coming up with the clutch. Okay, she's saying the same thing. He bending over getting his salad tossed. Allegedly. Okay, hey, Robin, welcome. Y'all know I'm cutting up this morning because, child, the stuff that we have had to endure and have had to hear over these past months, we are owed this. Okay. We are owed this, child. Let's see here. Hey, Amy, welcome. Missy Lane said, I still don't have no respect for Q because his lies did a lot of damage. And let me say this. And hey, Q, good morning. If I was up long enough and I couldn't stay up, I was in your bushes, I hit that light, I would have asked a couple of questions because, and I'm going to come back to your comment, Missy Lane. One of the questions that I had, if you want to answer it in the chat, you're welcome to, was in them taking Romeca's life, okay, what were they to benefit from that? Like, what was the reward in that, in them doing this? Okay, because I know it can't be over the prize as Carlos. Okay, child, no. I want to know if you could share with us what was the motivation behind them doing this to her. That was one question I would have asked if you know that info. Now, let me say this too to Missy Lane's point. I totally agree that how all that was put out in the beginning with Romeca's videos, to try to paint her in a certain light. Um, the things that have been said against her, no respect for the deceased. Okay. I mean, it's like, even on that level, it was no respect for her. She was gone. And so I did not agree with how those videos and things were being put out. I feel like it was a unfair advantage as well because we did not have videos from Carlos or a lot of videos from Holly. We had what we had, okay, that has been shared out there. And so I felt like that part was wrong as well. Now, we know that Q has lied in the past, okay? So, we got to address where it was, okay, and move on. We were, dispelling lies and inconsistencies and things that did not make sense. He has even did a written apology that to me was apologizing to the family before. Okay, so it's only fair to say if that has transpired in the past, now people are wondering, well, do we believe him? Okay. Is his apology, because he has apologized again on his live and apologized to the family. Now, this one was not it didn't sound like he was reading something or anything like that. He apologized and he said he took accountability, that what he was doing was wrong. Okay. Now, this is what he shared on his live. Now, with that comes, hey, everyone handles those things differently. Okay. If you want to get to the spiritual side of it, if God forgives us, we're supposed to forgive us, or some people be like, child, he was wrong, I ain't forgiving. So I can't force anybody to pick what they trying to go with in life. Okay. When it comes to things like that. Okay. Sometimes apologies, people think, Just because you apologize, it doesn't unright the wrong that you did back then. So I know that that is something that comes up. Hi, SG. Good morning. When we talk about these things, my stance is this, and always will be. I told y'all before, I wasn't just, oh, let's do the side thing. I'm not into, what I'm into is I want justice for Romeca, and I want the truth to come out. Whatever that truth is, whatever we have to deal with to get to that truth, I want the truth to come out, and everybody that's a part of that should want the truth to come out as far as what really took place that day. Now, I'm also about some receipts now. Okay, so that was my second thing. Q. When we seeing receipts and things like that, like videos, text messages, and things like that, because sometimes people can say certain things because we were saying it too. A lot of the things that were stated, we were saying in the beginning, and I did when I was up, y'all, because I fell asleep. When I was up, some of the callers even confirmed that. They were saying, well, we've been saying that, this, early on, we have been saying that. And so, yes, I agree with that. We have been saying a lot of stuff, and so people want to get, y'all baby had no patience. Get to it. Get to the meat and the potatoes. Okay. Y'all were rushing. Baby Q was trying to, I said, well, he is, if y'all listen carefully, he was putting some stuff out there. He was walking us down a path. It might have been a little slow, but there were some things that he was putting out there. Okay, if you listen carefully during that time. Let's see here. SG said my birthday is tomorrow. That would be 2 gifts from me, Holly and Carlos. Right, and happy early birthday. I've been knew he turned on them. They played with the wrong one. Okay, Mahogany. I said it. And hey, when it's been little things, if y'all look through my videos that Q has said along the way where it slipped out and I've caught it, I said, well, he been telling us. Okay, Holly's self-defense claim had been gone. He even said that. Okay, good morning, Gabby Timbat. Thank y'all for tuning in. Let me get to my comments, see if I missed anything, if you responded. Let's see. Now, one funny thing, y'all, that I gotta say, y'all know, now I know he was serious last night. Okay, let's see here. He answered. He said, Romeca, I'll fix those. Okay. I'll fix them before we go. Hold on. He said, Romeca was messing up the business. Girls is a part of how they keep their extracurricular activity, extracurricular or curricular. Okay. Because I was thinking to myself, what was the motive in, allegedly, I'm going to say allegedly, I'm going to put out, uh, of them doing that. Because it couldn't have been 2 women fighting over a man. Okay. We could not have gone through all of this. Now, allegedly, Q said there were multiple people involved in this. I believe he said 8 involved in this whole setup type of thing. Now, did we not talk about a group? Okay, group chats. We talked about things happening at the gym. Okay, he even brought up someone at the gym and how they rolled down there at the gym. But let me say this: I know I'm all over the place. Last night, I know he was serious, and talking, but it was one part when he said, and y'all know I don't cuss or whatever, but when he said Carlos, UMF or something, y'all know what that reminded me of. Y'all remember that movie, The 5 Heartbeats, and Duck was mad at his brother JT, and so JT, when they were accepting an award, JT was standing on the podium, the stage behind him. So he thinking Doug about to give him all of this, these accolades. And he said, and my brother, which has been the same selfish MF. Yeah, I was tickled because he's seeing that. I said, oh, Q came on ready. Okay. Look, y'all, I promise y'all, I wanted to come into that chat and just put laughing emojis, but I didn't think I was laughing at him. But child, you came ready. He said, you going to jail. Turn yourself in. You going to jail. He said it might be on the 22nd. Baby, that is today. Okay. He said just go and let them put the cuffs on your hands. Okay. Let's see. I'll be waiting for them to say hook him up. I bet the burden done lifted off of him. Yeah, I'm pretty sure when you do start selling. Now, another thing that people, and I just got to put these things out because I know that some people are probably thinking this. Some people feel like, don't wait until you're into it with someone to reveal truth. Okay. Because then people feel some type of way. We've been seeing that a lot lately where people get mad at people and then they start exposing text messages, what this one said, that one said. Well, why wouldn't you tell that when y'all not mad at each other? Okay. And allegedly, what prompted all of this, Q stated that, he's been out here swinging. Okay. He's been fighting on Carlos's behalf. Now he said he was pretty much doing it on Carlos's behalf more so than Holly because he really did not know Holly like that. Okay, but as we all knew, he was out here swinging for Carlos. Well, as y'all know, recently there was a video that came out where Carlos was at the DCFS office. Okay, and I'll see if I can pull that up. And so I don't know. Like I said, I'm not when content creators get into it and all that different stuff, I stay out of that part of it. But there was another content creator that received the video. I don't know from who turned that down. I don't know who they received it from. It's not my business. But nevertheless, they received the video and put that video out. Now, Q was saying that he felt that because he's been out here so long, really fighting on his behalf, Carlos's behalf, he felt that that video should have come to him first and that he would have, shared that and so forth. So now it just makes it look like, it looked like they're going to someone else, doing all of this, helping them out as opposed to him who's been here from the beginning. Okay, that's now my words is I'm just kind of paraphrasing where this started this weekend and why he is deciding to now speak out. He feels betrayed. Okay, and Q, I can say last night when you were talking, I could sense some type of hurt in your voice. I could be wrong, but it just seemed like that did hurt you to some degree. And I don't think it's more so just about the video. This is just my opinion. But the whole thing of now, going to someone else and he feels like he didn't get his due, whatever. I don't know, money, props, not even talking to Carlos. Even when he went onto Carlos's live that day, Carlos pretended like he couldn't get him up there to talk on the panel. Whereas he got some other people up there to talk. Also, as we've known, David is another one that fights on Carlos's behalf. Okay, so it's like he's now like a top dog middleman, bodyguard type of dude that would not even let Q talk to Carlos on the phone the other night. And it was in his chat. He said he was out bowling, but yet he's in the chat. Okay, anytime you're speaking against Carlos, he pops out now. So it's some, they got some stuff going on. I ain't in that, but hey, okay. I'm just kind of explaining what set the foundation and got this rolling this past week, because last week, I believe they were all cool. I believe they were all on panels together. So a lot of people were confused as to why all of a sudden y'all not talking, and Q felt led to come out here and share some things with us. Okay. Let's read some of the comments. Kim Colby said, good morning. I don't believe anything he say. He is looking for attention. Just my opinion. Okay. And you're entitled to your opinion. Right. Carlos got two choices, and one is to go to prison or walk down the streets of Chicago and let them do what they do. Okay. Gabby said, Holly wants to be the first lady. Child, first lady for what? And one other thing that because it's multiple things that came out. Hey, Latte, good morning, sis. It has to be something DB is too invested. Right. Okay. That's true. He been waiting to get this acceptance back on these platforms. He taking King Amy, don't start. Okay. Amy had me tickled. Child, y'all were lighting up the chat. Justice for Romeca. I said, baby, I love all of the love and the pink hearts that were going through the chat. Come on now. Okay. They put all of those bad videos on Romeca and Holly still lost the battle. Come on now. That man is just trying to get monetized he's already monetized, Latte. Let's see. I think it was in that phone that he retrieved from her body at the crime scene. She knew his secret, but some of Q's statement have some truth, even though he's a gopher. What's a gopher? Hi, Kevin, mommy. And that's what I've said too from the beginning. And no offense to you, Q, but hey, if you take offense, it's all good. This is how I feel. I just felt like with him, I've never discounted everything he said, and I've said this from the beginning. I said that some stuff I definitely knew to be a lie. Okay. However, there were certain little things mixed in there that I felt were true and confirmed what I had already felt. So I don't, I don't fully say everything is a lie, but there were certain things I felt were true. And then also with David, remember I used to always say he would come into the chats respectful. However, Carlos is his friend, and he's only going to say so much. He's not going to get his friend into trouble. Okay, so that's what I'm talking about. Like, and now we see he's full force trying to defend him because the heat and the pressure is on. Okay. You have to pick through a few things. Right, Gretchen. That's what I was saying. Yo. Shani, thank you for joining. Okay. Hey, Krisha. Good morning, sis. Yeah. So that's what I'm saying. We need to make sure that we see some proof of some stuff too. Okay. Now, I also want to say that it seems like some of the videos and things that he's talking about, obviously the court has seen too. Now, we may not have seen the full thing, but it was enough for them to see the fist bump and for them to keep Holly in jail. Okay, that she was not released. So these videos that have been stated that are out there, then the court has seen some stuff too. Okay, the court has seen some stuff too. Yes, Missy Lane. Yes, I have to scroll down to the bottom, y'all. In the beginning, there was a tarot reader that stated that Romeca kept saying something about 8 people. Now it's being said that 8 people had something to do with this. Also, y'all, and I had to reach out to someone last night when I heard Q bring this up about the pills. Okay, now y'all remember that lady Mara? I had played her video. She was also a reader. She said that Romeca was saying something. Did they know that you pop pills? And I said, now see, we don't know that. Only Carlos would know if he popped pills. Well, yesterday, here go Q saying it again. So I'm like, well, wait a minute. Is there some truth to that? Okay. Hi, Queen DB, and welcome to everyone coming in. I'm not being rude. It's just some comments, and I can't read everyone's comments. I think the gym is going to be shut down. There's a lot going on, in my opinion. And you know what? That's what I said yesterday. I was like, a lot of this stuff, it seems to have been taking place at that gym. Okay. It's a lot of stuff taking place at the gym. Now, some other stuff that was coming out was allegedly, these men down there at the gym playing around, playing around together. Okay. You got men and women sleeping around down there at the gym. Okay. Now, also, Carlos not the top dog down there. He probably want to be, but I heard that allegedly there's another top dog in charge, and they have this secret competition type of stuff going on. Now, Q did show a video, them working out, trying to see who can do the most lifts with the weights and stuff like that. But hey, was Carlos trying to be the top dog? I don't know, because I don't think he was either. That's why probably another reason Q earlier on stated that they were on the same level. Okay, it's this other guy that is probably, and I don't want to put his name all out there, that is probably calling some of these shots too. But y'all, this is a whole organization. Now, y'all got group chats. Y'all got a whole gym group chat. Okay. Y'all talking that way. Then y'all down here talking. Um, and what amazes me, y'all, if these women are thinking that these guys, some of them are on the DL, why are you still sleeping with them? Okay, that's nasty. Okay, and then y'all all need to get checked. It's too much sleeping around. I don't want to hear about no more sleeping around. Okay, Carlos, you should be ashamed of yourself. You are nasty. And I'm pretty sure Romeca probably figured that mess out about you, and you didn't want nobody to know. Guess what? Let me give you a little nugget for today. Romeca wouldn't have had to put it out because guess what? We don't even know y'all like that, and we saw it. Okay, child, it's all over you. Even when you were on the crime scene and you walked up to that little girl and had touched her and got blood on her, when you walked back over to the where Romeca's body was, your wrist gave you away. Okay, so I don't even know why you thought that would just from her finding something out, child. Okay, it's you can't hide it. Okay, and then you got David out here. I don't hear him talking about his wife or nothing like that. You are too involved with this man. I have never seen anything like this in my life. I get people trying to protect their boys and be with their boys and stuff like that. They got their back, but I have not seen men fighting on men's side like this in my life. I'm just like, what is happening? Okay, so hey, it's just crazy. But that came out over the weekend. Okay, let's see. GS Squad said 99.9% are of narcs are on the DL. Uh-oh. Right. We're gonna all need therapy. We're gonna all need therapy. I'm hearing y'all. Yesterday, I said, whew, this thing has layers, and it's layers that I don't even want to know about. Some of this stuff I don't care to hear. Please be respectful in the chat. And if Dreaming Girl, if we have to time people out, we could do that. We could time them out. Y'all, we're not doing all that in here. You can share your opinions without being disrespectful to other people. Okay. Now, the thing of it is, someone said under my video yesterday, because I said there were layers to this, and they said, well, I really don't care about the layers. I just want justice for Romeca. And I agree with, I want justice for Romeca. However, the layers is what's leading up to what happened. Okay? It's leading up to what happened. The various things out. He tried to make the fist bumping thing look like a habit. No, it's not. Not when it comes to a person losing their life. It shouldn't be a fist bump. Okay. Yeah, it's no loyalty amongst thieves. Right. Okay. Everyone's going to look out for themselves. So my thing is the layers, unfortunately, led to Romeca losing her life. I feel that in the background, a lot of it was talked about because it had to have been set up a certain way. And I'm curious to know leading up to that, okay, because we've been hearing all of this about insurance, possible insurance on Romeca and things like that. Now, if that part is true, I would like to know, when was an insurance policy taken out on her? Did anyone know about that? I don't know if that's true. That's all alleged, okay? But leading up to that time, so much had been talked about and had to have been planned out. Notice Q just said that allegedly Romeca was about to mess up that business they got going on, their extracurricular activities. We'll put it like that. Were they about to be exposed? If there are multiple people involved in this, my answer would probably be yes. So if you know that there is possible exposure from a person, how do we take care of that person? Okay, this stuff gets deep and illegal, and I try to stay away from some because shop. Okay, it's a lot. Yes, Gretchen. Okay, names and all. Hey, Brittany. She said they were working out a whole different set of muscles at the girl. What kind of muscles were they working out? Okay, please hit that like button. We have 232 in the building. Let's tap the like button that is for free. Also, if you would like to support the channel, you're welcome to send a super sticker, super chat. My Cash App is scrolling, or buy a coffee, and that link is in the comment section. Okay, so let me show y'all the video from this weekend that set all of this off.
Go if you got an attitude. You talking like that. I ain't getting your face in this. Now what's going on? I'm respectful. All this stuff they saying about me is not what it is. She came out straight on bully mode.
It's good to see you. Like I said last night, it's
That's
good
bogus.
to
I
see
ain't
your
all.
hair.
I don't care what they saying. I know what I was doing.
Okay.
I'm not concerned about
Goose
it.
vibe, take a deep breath.
So we will follow up with you on the court order, and I will give you.
I mean, it's
so
just
what's tomorrow?
it's just a simple call.
Give
Once
me
y'all
until
call,
Monday, okay?
once somebody call the therapist, it's been months.
What is your phone number? Sir?
This lady ain't pick up a nothing. I call her 50,000 times, straight to the voicemail.
You can be on.
Go down here. We gonna change this to 2 o'clock.
2 o'clock, okay.
Make me a little run. And I'll be
Okay,
right back.
2 o'clock.
I need that. I need that.
I got phone.
No, I need that.
This ain't right how everybody treat me, man.
She got things like this. Thank you.
Now he is the forever victim. Y'all got me tickled in his comments. Y'all are funny. Good morning, you changed me. Welcome. Okay, now he is the forever victim. But this video was sent to someone, another content creator, and then Travel Island. She then posted it, so I shared it from Travel Island. But this is the video where Q thought that he should have gotten access to this first, and then yes, that's what some people are saying, Shelly. And then he felt disrespected that they didn't get it to him, and that's when he said, okay, well, hey, let's do this. Okay. He said, let's do this. So he landed out there for everyone. So he's had multiple lives where he's putting things out on the floor, trying to expose some of the truth. But like I said, a lot of people are going to want to see evidence. Now, some of this he said that they already have at court. I don't know. I don't know what all they have. Hopefully tomorrow, because y'all know tomorrow is coming. Okay. Tomorrow is Holly's big day. It is the status hearing that will take place on tomorrow. So people will get a chance to see if she's, how she's going to plead, guilty or not guilty, and so forth on tomorrow. And they kind of lay out some of the evidence that they have so far on her. Let's see here. They were about to be exposed for sure. That's why they really want me speaking, because if I know too much, I ain't gonna hold back if I stumble across something. Okay. Okay. I got you. I've been feeling that. Now, shout out to Simply Nick for the super sticker and for being a sponsor for today's live. Thank you so much. There was one lady, Neo Tarot Reader, that I believe it's now been probably over 2 months ago. And we kind of looked at this before. But there are some things that she said in this, okay, that I wanted to refresh your memory about. Let me find that. My computer moving slow. I got so many tabs open. Okay.
Again, fulfilling a fantasy. This is what they talked about in the gym, doing more than just working out.
Okay, now this was stated, y'all, really over 2 months ago, almost 3 months ago. Let me make it bigger. And she said that they were at the gym doing more than working out. And I brought that up too because I remember we were hearing about there were former police officers working out at this gym. You had Carlos, and the gym just kept coming up, kept coming up. And I'm like, well, golly, they were supposed to be going to the gym the morning of when Romeca was on a live. And I'm like, well, what is happening at this gym? Has anybody been down to the gym to see what's going on and stuff? I don't know. But even this lady, now this is for entertainment purposes only, but it was during this particular reading that we have talked about that there was some things happening down there at the gym. And that's one thing that Q had brought up was, there were conversations, girls coming down there. And then Romeca was finding out that there were these girls coming down there trying to give Carlos and all of that, down at this gym. Allegedly, Holly was spending time at this gym. Now, that we looked up how far from where Holly lived to that area. And so she was traveling like, that's like a good 30-40 minutes, maybe with traffic a good 40 minutes. Girl, like, did he ever come to where you live? That's what I'm trying to figure out. Like, even the day when Romeca lost her life, here you are. Okay, you all up on their territory. Did he ever come there? Did he ever bring you some flowers there? Did he ever come visit you there? You sneaking up. He shared a video. You done surprised him at his family's event. He didn't know you were coming that day. You just popping up, showing up, driving 40-45 minutes and stuff. Did he ever come to where you were? Like, it's getting really thirsty. Like, that thirst got her in trouble, though.
A bugaboo in the area of relationship. And this has to do with family time, venting and talking about their issues. I'm going to share, moving in, living life. There's a child that is crying. So we see a little boy, and this could be healing one's inner child or an actual child crying. Water, anxiety, sadness, fear, depression, wanting to clear, cancel, and release this to manifest the life that one does want.
Right.
We also see a mirroring number 11, taking accountability and responsibility for your actions, no matter how big or small of a role that they play. But we do have a child, and at the heart of it, wanting peace, but there's tears, Pisces, Cancer, Scorpio. And this has to do with someone coming and saying, hello. And this is an energy of concern. It's a message of concern, and it looks like the clock is either 10:10 or 2:50, but this is an energy of concern, okay? What else?
Okay, thanks for confirming.
Enamored. It just keeps saying that somebody was like overwhelmed by her beauty or her charisma.
Ooh, wow, Selena.
Your transition. Yeah, and they stole something from her mentally, physically, emotionally, spiritually, and or financially. And this is going to a court of law.
Now, this was before.
Yeah.
This video, y'all, was 2.5 months before, okay, ago. So this was before Holly even got arrested.
Obsessed. This karmic femme was obsessed and jealous, also doing some love spells. And people are into rituals all the time. I'll be trying to tell you, but that ain't my business. It was a message of concern.
Right, Tay-Tay?
Karmic masculine. And there was an expectation that something be done. The ancestors are watching. The ancestors is always watching.
Right,
and karma will spin the block. I promise you that. Spirit says it's in the middle of the deck.
Yeah, I agree.
But she's in bliss now. On the bottom, she is in alignment now. I don't know why that song wants me. And there was a ritual. So somebody was playing with her energy. Anyway, don't cry for me. Don't shed a tear. Like that's the song that's coming through. Don't cry for me.
Hey, Erica.
That's a hard one, y'all. All right, so she
One
wanted me to
other
go back
little
into
part
this
I want to show y'all right
relationship.
quick.
She transitions kind of quick. I'm like, do I cry? Do I? Okay, no. All right, got it. Don't cry for me. Okay.
Right, honey, Father.
Strong will, very determined, very like stout and stoic, and you know, 10 toes. Like I'm seeing someone pushing their heels into the ground. Like
Misty Lane Pocket.
she was strong. Okay. Yeah. Then I tell you, Karma spin the block. She said, and Karma is gonna spin the block. Okay. I've said it in my other readings. When you cross energy, and energy is in the other realm, they're bigger now. What you gonna do with that big energy? You know what I'm saying? And she's making sure that on her end, justice prevails. For her child, energy is saying justice prevails. So whoever crossed her, karma, my fair lady, sees all. And it's gonna come a day, it's gonna come a time when you're gonna feel that fire. Aries, Leo, Sagittarius. Because there's
Here it
upheaval,
goes.
there's change, separation, loss, challenge, right? And spirits acknowledging, people are whispering. Two things they saying is the truth. One is a bold-faced lie. And she said from the pit of hell, and you know it. Whatever's done in the dark comes to the light. Whatever will come to the surface. She's acknowledging this has to do with
Now,
somebody
on
saying,
reading,
that's
she did
my man,
that
that's my
part.
man,
She
that's
didn't
my
say it on
man.
this one with the 3 girls.
And
She
she said,
said that she will get the last laugh. Now, and Q this weekend, okay, over the past couple of weeks, shared some of the double agents and the people that Romeca kind of shared in common with Holly. Okay, we heard about the Amari girl, and I'm saying alleged because I don't want people to think I'm just saying repeating what he said. The Amari girl. There was some girl named Taylor, and then there was another girl. If y'all remember the name, let me know. But that came back to me what the Neo Terror later was saying about the 3 girls, because I was like, well, who are these girls that are talking in between them? Okay, these girls allegedly were also hanging out at this gym. Okay, so we don't know what all information they were getting, what they were passing on, and so forth. Now, like I said, we really just want to know what happened that day with Romeca, how all of that went and left, right? However, y'all, some of this builds the background leading up to that day and who was involved in this whole plan. Because he also confirmed, because like I said, we've been saying this, that this was set up on that day. Okay? That allegedly now, and I think Keys even showed this on his channel one day, where someone had put a post, I think it was a post he had showed, where Carlos had been over to the school that morning first, and Romeca saw him. And then and I believe Holly, and correct me if I'm wrong, Q, but I believe you said Holly was in there with him. Then they left that parking lot and then went across the street. That's when Romeca did the U-turn, okay, and turned around and saw them. Now, at that point, some stuff is still gray for me, okay, because I still, I believe, according to that security guard that was at the school, Romeca got out and was arguing with Carlos. Now, it's a good point last week, because I never thought about this with that security guard. Every time I listen to his testimony, he makes the sound of the car that her tires make, right? He said, yeah. And I think he said she made that U-turn. She like, skirt, because I always get tickled when he makes that little sound. And someone brought up a good point. I forgot who that was. And they said, if her tires are making that sound, then that wasn't a casual, oh, here they go, let me pull over. No, something made your car stop hard, okay? And we still don't know what made her car have to skirt like that. Did someone pull over in front of her, but she had to stop? Okay, like hard, and then she decide, oh, this is Carlos, let me get out the car. What is going on? And then we hear the witness saying, are y'all kidding me? I was dropping off my son. Okay, was she shocked even in that moment that now you up here playing games? I just saw y'all over there. Now y'all are over here. We don't know what that conversation was, okay, taking place right there. Let's see here. Nakia said someone dropped the gem and Q acknowledged it. That's the real reason why. That sounds more logical than them being gay. Not saying they're not, because baby, weird activity. Yes. Okay. Hey, Janet, welcome. And I just got to watch some of the words I used, y'all. So if I don't say certain words, I don't want my stuff flagged. Honey 5K said exactly. You cannot play with certain energy. It will always come back on you. Carlos knocked on the last room. He better hurry up and get locked up. Okay. He not getting his son. She's not getting her son. And when she has that baby, they taking that one too. So all is lost. Justice for Romeca. Right. That part. Okay. And I think this was brought up last night too. How do you get your baby mamas to go at each other? Because I feel like it was an instigating moment. Okay. Not to take away what Holly did, right? She actually pulled the trigger. Now one of your baby mothers is gone. Your son is here without his mother. Then you have another baby mama behind bars. Her son is without his mother. And she's pregnant, okay? Won't have that baby. That baby's going to be out while she's still in jail. And then now you're behind going to jail too. Okay? So now you're going to have 3 children without either parent. How did you win in this? That's what we're trying to understand. How did you win? And then the secrets and things still gonna come out. Okay. Yeah, Missy Lane been saying that. Yep. Don't forget to hit the like. Thank you, Simply Neek. Okay. Sabini, I thought I heard something like that. But girl, I fell asleep, I think, after hour 2. Okay, so okay, clock that. It backfired. It did. I'm kind of going through some of y'all's comments. Hey, nothing but the truth. Welcome, sis. It's so sad that he knew the truth from the beginning, but dragged Romeca like she was a villain. Yeah, I mean, I don't take that from anyone because I agree. But he's trying to in his feelings being hurt, hopefully it can right some of that wrong. We can get to the bottom of what really happened. My focus is I want the truth, and that's been my prayer, for everything to be exposed, that the truth comes out and that Romeca gets justice. And until then, we're going to continue to speak out about it. I feel like if we did not, and I said this last week, I feel like if we got quiet about this, things would have kind of slowly fizzled. Okay, that's something else he confirmed too. But by everyone talking about it and continuing to bring awareness to this, look at what's happening. The case did not close. Okay, it stayed open, and then eventually Holly was arrested. Now part 2 is coming as well. Okay, because we're still going to continue to bring awareness to the things that are coming out. Someone is obviously listening. Okay, they see that we're not giving up. Yes, she took the same route. They knew her route. Okay, they knew which way she would go. And then she had posted the picture that she was running late, because had you not been so focused on that, you would have been going to the gym. I thought you said you were going to the gym. Okay, but see, he used the gym as an alibi to say, oh no, I told my boys and stuff, I was coming to the gym. Our plan was to go to the gym, but she pulled up, trying to have this little backup plan. In that part, I still haven't watched that video. I got to see what y'all talking about on the male part. I believe it was Carlos's truck that he could have pulled up a little further after she was on the lot. Thank you, Rena. Okay, why did her car have to stop so hard? after she made the U-turn. I never paid attention to that until that person, I forgot who it was, brought that up the other day. That was a very good point. I really want to know why. And the security guard heard them when she got out calling Carlos MFers. And after a few minutes, he saw Holly. That's what he said. I remember one of her family members said that she had a headache. That was because they were messing with her energy. And you know what? That was on Spiritual Detective off of TikTok. She also said the same thing. See, I didn't know a family member had said that. Yeah, she said the same thing because she was sitting there. She was like, and she wasn't even on what they thought she was on that day. She said, I feel something like was going on with her head, like she had some type of headache or something. That's what she said. She said that she wasn't on that type of energy that day to be out there fighting. Okay, she was on her way to work. So let's just say, I don't know, but it's a reason her car had to make that sound there. If he pulled in front after he saw she was making a U-turn, because if they had been at the school first, he probably knew she comes through here. He's been up there before. Okay, when she was up there. That's the only place he could catch her really or work. Okay, so he's like, oh, she gonna bust his Jew. Let's pull over, make sure we right here. Okay, because Holly was in his car. Remember, he was driving her over to her car. Her car was already parked. So knowing that she's making that U-turn at the right time right there, he would have pulled in front. Skirt. Now she's upset. Like, what are you doing? I would have got out my car cussing too if I could. Like that. I'm trying to get to work. I'm already running late. What are you doing? You got your girl. Yeah. Okay. What's going on? So it's almost like an ambush. Like, you get me. Like, y'all know how when people are at lights and they're trying to, I forget, it's another word they use. They try to block people in from the side, from the back, and from the front. You don't know these cars are related, but they're trying to stop you so that they can get out and take whatever they're trying to take. Well, in that moment, if he pulled quickly in front of her, knowing that she's going that way, and you can also tell it wasn't a casual pullover as well because of how her car was positioned. If she was trying to pull over to get with them, baby, she would have pulled over more out of that street. Okay? She had plenty of space to pull over to the right, a little closer to Holly's car. It wasn't a casual, oh, there's him and his other baby mama. Let me pull over and fight or go at this girl, argue or whatever they were doing. No, her car was positioned in a weird little position right there where, it's farther over than what you would think it would be, closer to the street. Okay, so that was a very good point that someone brought up. Carlos flagged Romeca down by stepping out in front of her car, possibly. Unintended consequences, yes. Because the security guard said that he asked himself, why don't Carlos be a man and just leave? Then that's when he saw Holly. Okay. What made her have to stop on a dime? Yes, do you know that, Q? Let's see. Hi, Freddie. Good morning. Hit that like button. Hey, that one, since you are in here, is free. Now hit the like button for our girl. Thank you, that one. Yes, that is for free. Okay, so those of you just coming in that may not have heard that part, he stated that there was a video that was recently released this weekend with Carlos at DCFS office, and I don't even know why he felt the need to release that video, because it's not helping him. It didn't put him into a good light, because you down there at the DCFS office recording people's faces, seeming like you're trying to be a little aggressive. So I don't even know why that video was released. Just like the video with Romeca holding the little wood thing that Q played, more of it. Okay, it's and I shared it as a short. It's a longer video. It also doesn't help Carlos, because you were saying that Romeca blocked you in that day. This is back in when, well, I don't know when. I'm getting that confused with the other post, but this was prior. Okay, so he's used the whole Romeca was blocking me in before. This time you were saying Romeca blocked Holly in, which was not true when you look at the cars and the position of the cars. So this it's the same lie, but a different day. Okay. So this video came out. The video was sent to another content creator that Q, in the past has worked with. Okay. They were riding together on the same team. He felt that the video should have been released to him first, since he's been out here since the beginning trying to have his voice back. Okay. I think he felt a little betrayed. And y'all, I'm just paraphrasing what he stated. He felt a little betrayed because of that. And then he said, I guess he tried to talk to Carlos. Carlos hadn't called him. When David came into his chat the other day, he said they were out bowling. He said he wanted to talk to him that day. He said, no, you're not going to talk to him. So he's like, okay, well, let's do this. And so since then, I guess he decides to just kind of speak the truth. Okay, that's what we want, the truth. And he's been speaking out, since then. That day, I think that was like Saturday. Let's see. Gretchen said, but allegedly, if Carlos went back home to change his clothes, did he have powder on his clothes from them shots? That's what we would like to know. But would we ever know? He probably burned those clothes. Okay, we probably will never know that part. Because if he went to change, now his friend said he went to the police station first before he came back and changed clothes. Something about that, I don't know if that's the truth. Okay, we need some video evidence seeing him walking into the police station in those clothes, because if you have that much blood on you and you going into a police station, I'm pretty sure I would have, no, I don't want to wear this, because they going to show enough be asking me questions. I'm surprised he wasn't put into handcuffs on the scene with that amount of blood. Okay, we would have quickly put him here where I live. Child, look, everybody right here, especially if you got blood on you, getting into some handcuffs until we figure this thing out. Y'all both going down. We're going to put y'all into some separate rooms and we're about to question you. That also would be a reason to see about any inconsistencies with their stories of what happened. It would have come out sooner had they taken them both to jail that day. Okay, because little Miss Hollywood was not ready. Okay, he had to give her self-defense. All she said was, oh, I got a license to carry. I got a restraining order. But was it self-defense? You forgot that part. You forgot to act in fear or, oh my gosh, I can't believe, like no emotion, nothing. Okay, so if you would have taken both of them to jail that day, you would have gotten a lot of inconsistencies in their stories earlier on in this. Okay. Grand Rising Empress Awaken, thank you for tapping in. Romeca Spirit also said that several people is going to die behind this. I would just wait and see. Wow. Yes, and remember his cousin tried to lie about the gym when he had a torn ACL or something. Yep, that was coming up too. Yep, I did hear that. Hey, Raymel, good morning. I really want her to get justice. Me too. Me too. We're getting closer and closer, y'all. I feel it. I believe he did purposely stop in front of her car. I think so too. Don't play with people's all that different voodoo. Baby, that stuff will backfire and come right back on you. Yes, that one. So much is coming out. Exactly. Oh, y'all. And then another thing yesterday. Let me pull this up. And we're going to do another part to this too, y'all, because I know I had some things to do this morning, so I wasn't going to get through everything because it's a lot of layers that I want to go through. But yesterday, Romeca's aunt made a post, and I was tickled. She said, this was yesterday, she said, my, have the tables turned, have turned. And then she put the laughing emojis, justice for Romeca. Okay, baby, them tables gonna turn. So the family is watching all of this too. They're sending in action as well. And they want the truth to come out. Okay? They want the truth to come out. So if they wasn't waiting for Romeca, why was Holly windows down already? I don't know. I remember you said no matter how much a person lied, there's some truth in there. Yes. I believe that. And you got to let them talk. Eventually, people will tell on themselves. Okay. I don't care how much of a good liar they think they are. They talk so much. You have to keep up with lies. When stuff is the truth, it will just flow out. Hence, when you can tell, I'm going to be honest, when Q was out in the beginning, and a lot of that, it sounded like he was reading something, stumbling up. Like he was trying to stay on script, trying to do. But last night, when you catch him watching football, just randomly talking, you'll get more of the truth out during those moments. Okay. So I have started to pick up on even that part. Okay. So not everything. I'm not gonna say he ain't lying. I ain't gonna go there. But I do believe some of the things that have been shared because it's confirming with my own thoughts and feelings, okay, about some stuff that's been out here. I mean, some stuff is just common sense that we could see. This morning after midnight, Quadre said they pulled up on Romeca on the side of the school when she said, "Are you serious? I just dropped my son off." Mm-hmm. Right, Gretchen. I believe Carlos was with his boyfriend Goldilocks the night before this happened, and Holly probably thought he was with Romeca and stopped Romeca that they were not with each other the night before. Yeah, I wouldn't put it past because allegedly they weren't together the night before, and he thought that Holly had left allegedly and gone back home, but she's sitting. Hey, Frodo's welcome. All you do is make everything worse for himself. He's so stupid. I'm telling you, that's not a good look. I'm a social worker for foster care, and by him doing that, made it bad for himself. See, there you go. I didn't think that was a good look. Thank God that Q did apologize to the family. Yes, I did hear that. I don't know if they accept the apology or not. Okay. And it could be one of those things. Look, just please just tell us. Now, let me just say this. Okay. I don't know about the fight situation. Now, he did bring this up. Okay, that there was an alleged fight. He's still saying that, y'all. Okay. He's saying that he's seen a video, but it doesn't have audio. Okay, with that. Now, my thing with that is none of the witnesses have brought out, a fight. I don't know if there was something prior to them getting on scene. I don't know. But I'm just sharing with y'all what else is out there that he's stating, that there's a possible video of them actually fighting. But then Romeca went, that's when she was going back to her car after all that. When Carlos kind of put her in the headlock and was taking her back and pushing her into her car, hitting her door. Now, we heard that part from the witness that was getting off the bus. Okay. He was slamming her back with the car door. And that's when she called and made the battery call. Now, I'm not sure about what transpired before that. That makes sense. Okay. So I'm not going to say until I can see some type of video that that's truth or not, because I haven't seen a video of anything prior to that. But that is out there. Also, that came out in another reading as well. Okay. But hey, that's left to be discovered. I don't know if any of that will come out in this court case, or what. But I just want to share things that I've heard with you all, just like the insurance situation. We don't have proof of that, but that's something that's out there that's a possibility. And knowing that if a person has scammed before, okay, it's a possibility they could do some type of scam with some stuff like that. It wouldn't surprise me, because the reason I say this is earlier when I asked that question, what was the whole motivation behind this? I know it was not a fight over a guy. We're not unaliving another female over a man. Okay. What was the prize? What did y'all want to gain from Romeca losing her life? That is the top question. What was the motive? And so one thing that Q put into the chat that some of you may not have seen was Romeca was allegedly, hey, about to start telling Okay, exposing some stuff about the business. We'll just leave it there at business, organization. Now, with Carlos coming on here showing credit cards that's not his on live, flashing money, I'm pretty sure people were watching that. Because why? Why are you coming on here flashing money? Okay, and if it's real, well, like, child, people with real money don't do that. Okay, those are things that people are watching. Clearly, they were watching Holly's posts. Okay, that those types of things they factor in. So some stuff we don't even have to say, but just watch. Okay, I believe with the number of people that's involved, the things that were potentially trying to be hid, all of that is going to come out eventually. Because it's no way you fight this hard to protect this guy like he's some type of savior or he's the David Ruffin of the whole group, unless there's a reason. Because if he goes down, then does the empire crumble? That's what we want to know. Okay. What was the motivation behind all of this? Yeah, they would have been throwing him around and he would have been trying to resist. He's not going to want to go to jail, y'all. He's going to take off running. He's going to take off running like that short that I showed y'all with that man. Okay. let me play this video. This is just some of the oldies that we bringing back up. See, some stuff people ain't ready for until it's time. Okay. Let me pull this one back up. Because, yeah, this lady was also saying some things in her reading.
It was premeditated. They planned on doing this to her. But she says the instigator is her son's father. He put her up to it, is what Romeca is saying. He put this female up to it. This is what he does. Everybody knows how he is. He gets people. He becomes really cool with people, especially women, and he uses them to do his dirty work. That's what he does. She was the only dumb one to fall for it.
I would never be telling random people that my baby daddy burnt me. I would never tell nobody no shit like that. I would never tell random people that my baby daddy cheated on me our whole relationship, my whole pregnancy, that he cheated on me. I would never, you could never get me to tell no shit like that to no random people that I don't fucking know. I would never.
Okay. Relationship. She said Pandora's box is open now. Oh, look at the cards. She said the bandaging the broken heart. And there goes them whispering witches. It's 3 of them. And she's saying 2 things y'all saying is the truth. One is a bold-faced lie, and you know it. And you know it. She said this has to do with a love like fire, and now he's drinking away his pain. I don't know who the fire sign is. Aries, Leo, Sagittarius. She said he holding on. And there's a friend request. But there's also some sexual healing. And so, okay, I hear what you're saying. He's guilty as charged.
It was premeditated.
Did y'all hear that? She said he is guilty as charged. And she said that's the part I was trying to find earlier where she said it was 3 witches. They've been whispering, okay, talking. Okay, did we not hear? Now we're getting names to who some of these people were. Okay. And welcome everyone just coming in. Thank you for tapping that like button. Quadre said it absolutely no self-defense. Yeah, and we already called that. Yeah, it's just confirmation. Hey, Brittany. Let's see. So was Ladre brought to the house the night before so he could be in line for the next morning because he had slipped up and said that he was recording. I'm curious to know that too. But I also heard him say yesterday he wasn't on the scene. But before, he slipped up and said when he recorded that part with Carlos yelling out the address, the wrong address, okay? Somebody was recording him. He acted like he was acting on the scene of Chicago PD. I don't know if he's trying to get on the series or what. That's the loudest we heard him throughout this whole little thing on video was when, hey, we're over here, over in state. Like, what? We heard you even after that. Okay, the only other time you over there telling everybody be quiet, self-defense, self-defense. That's the only time. We ain't heard you that loud, but you made sure during that little impromptu recording so that people can say, oh, he was trying to call, 911 for his baby's mother. Child, by we don't even know if anybody was on that phone, just like we don't even know if anyone was on Holly's phone. Okay? Because she sure put the phone down when those people start saying, your baby over there and yelling and stuff like that. She forgot that the phone was supposed to be to her ear. Okay, people try to pretend well. They haven't been letting Ladre come to all the meetings. Right, Gresham? Okay. Okay, you better clock it. Thank you, Diane. Welcome. I appreciate that. Gretchen said, follow the money. Come on now. I'm telling you, they done left. So when David kept coming into the chats, countering everything that, I won't say everything, some of the stuff that Quadre would say, he would try to counter it. For the simple fact, Quadre was left out on some stuff. He didn't know everything. And really, David doesn't either, to be honest. Okay, you might think he's going to tell you everything, but I'm telling you, these people are not loyal to anybody. Okay, they're not loyal. Everybody's going to look out for their own freedom when push comes to shove. Okay, so he probably like, shoes, I don't want this to get, I ain't telling this part, because he probably not telling y'all his part in those recordings when he captured Romeca reacting. See, he probably didn't tell y'all what he did to get her to react that way. Well, he's not going to tell it himself. He has a mask up even with y'all. Okay, narcs have masks all the time. They're never who they really are with anybody, even with y'all. He's trying to fake the funk, okay, try to keep his group, all trying to protect him, but he probably talking about y'all to other people. Okay, like he's not loyal to y'all. I don't care how long you've been knowing him. He's going to say, he might tell on y'all. He's going to try to save his butt. Okay, when push comes to shove, we already saw a previous arrest that he was trying to evade and helping, helping somebody escape. He was resisting arrest on another charge. He doesn't want to go to jail. I mean, I don't know why not. Diddy can tell you he's loving Fort Dix. You might actually like it there. We'll love that for you. Okay? We will love it for you. You would probably be happy. You ain't got to fake no more. Child, you could just go in there and it's everywhere. Okay? We didn't put that out there. We are repeating. Hey, Barbara, good morning. We are repeating. So you might like it. It's working for Diddy. He happy. Child smiling, working. They got hidden cameras in there just watching everything Diddy doing in jail. Okay, he loving it. Basketball court, all of that. Yes, he is nothing but the truth. And you talk a lot about that in your videos. Brittany, that was an older one. You don't let the person you can't control come to the real meetings. Clock it, T. Smith. They felt like, they try to slight him and use him. I'm gonna just be honest, and I just think they felt like, oh, we can get him to come out here. Now I don't know what they promised you too, Q, if you still in the bushes. Like, wow. You know what I'm saying? Like, there's no loyalty there. So what was promised? I feel like something was offered to you as well. Because I don't see a man just coming out here, oh, let me, because I like him so much. That's my dude, my dog. And I'm about to just show these videos and talk against Romeca because there were some nasty things said against her, very disrespectful. So I feel that as well. I'm just being honest. I got to be real talk. The truth should have been out because he didn't share everything with you. They didn't share everything with you. It's very obvious now. Shout out to Gretchen for the super sticker and for being a sponsor for today's live. Thank you so much. Let's see. Holly better get used to her new colors. Okay. Child, I want to know what color y'all think she gonna come to court in tomorrow. Does she get the orange or the brown one? What color? Hey, Queen Shailene, good morning. Let me get to the bottom of the chat because, child, Freddie said Q wasn't there. Let's see. So Quadre might as well tell the truth. Don't wait until tomorrow. Do it now. Yes. And my thing too, also show receipts. Okay, because you got to understand. I'm sorry, y'all. I need some water. You got to understand. People, your credibility with people, you're going to have to earn a lot of people's, trust as far as believing you because they have, not believing for all of this time, So whatever proof you got, you want to put it out there. At this point, you've already gone to a point of no return. You put a lot out there. So, I mean, what's going to hurt now to share the actual messages, videos? You say you're trying to grow your channel, get your views, likes, stuff like that. Hey, go on and put it out there. I mean, at this point, you've gone this far. Okay, early on, Carlos was having David and others jump in the chats every time Q was on the panel. I noticed that. He had started triangulating his so-called friends, and he knew Q had blind loyalty. That's a good... Now, you know what? That's a good point, Angel. Yeah, that's very good. Hi, Miss Denise. Let's see here. Yeah, I'm trying to get back to where I had to go to the bottom and work my way back up. Okay. Right. The narcs love jail. He might like 4 dicks. Caramel. Good morning. All of those videos he recorded of Romeca was reactive. Right. That's the point. Yeah. What happened prior? See, we want the full thing. We want to hear you arguing with her too. See, it wasn't fair that y'all had reaction videos based off of Romeca's reaction. See, we didn't have access to videos from Carlos where he cussing her out, hitting her, and all of that. Now we had one proof of on a mugshot because we know a wall did not do that. Okay, please quit playing with our intelligence. Okay, we know a wall because it would have bruised the other eye as well, and it doesn't do it that way anyways. Okay, see, we didn't have those videos of you punching her because Q even brought that up. There was definitely some domestic violence taking place. See, we didn't have those videos because that's an unfair advantage if you're one-sided and going to show her reaction. We didn't have the other part. We could only go by your extensive record, okay? Extensive on some things that were happening. We haven't had anybody come out and talk against you. We are, okay, because we want justice for Romeca, but we talking about people that know y'all, that come out and say, hey, I witnessed Carlos. Now, there were a couple of people, I will say, thank you, Lord, for bringing that back. There were a couple of people that were on post that shared, you being at school, trying to fight her at your son's school. Okay. One lady said she had to help Romeca at her job after you had hit her. She's trying to help her get herself together. She's having to part down from work to to throw you off, make it look like she's not at work because you would pop up there. You even admitted to calling her boss trying to get her in trouble. You admitted that on a post. Okay. So there were a few people that did in the beginning come out, but people that know y'all, nobody really came out until now. Q, that's telling some stuff. It's sad. And we had to hear about what she did for months, seeing those videos, her family having to witness those videos over and over and over, showing her reaction. Nasty things being said about her, disrespectful things being said about her. When all along, you knew the stuff we were saying was true. And that this was a setup, allegedly, with a group of people. Where the other people at? Holly, right now, is the one in jail. So y'all gonna let her take y'all gonna let her take the fall by herself. Oh, okay. I think not. I'm telling you, that girl's not cut out for a long time. And she better start talking. Carlos, you're up next. You know he gonna start talking. So all these guys out here to think, oh, you know, he's so loyal, baby. He gonna tell. He not trying to stay in there a long time. He using y'all. Like, seriously. We see it. We on the outside looking in and we can tell. Missy Lane said, it was said that someone over the 3 witches told them to back off and not to mess with Romeca. Yes. Missy Lane. I remember that. Someone was telling them not to do this. He been planning on her and plotting. We can tell with the videos. Yes. I agree. Let me get to the bottom here. I'm sorry. Shout out to Miss Barbara for being a member for 1 month. She said, did y'all see Q's picture this morning? No, I haven't. What is it about? Knowing her family and knowing the justice system, her lawyer might bring her a suit. Oh, okay. You think she'll be in a suit? So the Q exposed Los last night. I couldn't. Yes, he did some stuff. Some more stuff. Somebody sent Holly a Dolce and Gabbana. He transferred. New okay, because I'm trying to see what color she gonna have on. I just text Q and gave him those same words of encouragement. I hope he's still alive after all of this. Okay, Anaya, clock that. I hope so too. He punched her right in the eye. Yes, we saw that. We saw pictures of that. Okay, that's not love. I'm feeling okay. Got you. All right, y'all. Let me see if I missed anything. Hi, Sabrina. Welcome. Hi, Jackie. All right, so we're gonna put a bookmark here, and then we'll come back. Let's see. His friend and co-workers got pictures. Yes, Tabani. I wouldn't be surprised if Holly has been threatened to stick to the story. Oh, okay. Clock that, Simply Neat. Yes, he did. He did, Gretchen. Because they had to tell him to calm down. And if you acting like that with the social worker, see, he's used to getting his way. Okay. So if you up in there, that's confirming their decision that baby does not need to be with you. And the other ones, they probably won't let be with you either. Okay, with that attitude. And you coming out up in the office like that. He needs to come and tell it all because he was threatening last night. Yeah, he was threatening the other day too. So we're going to see. But y'all, thank you so much for tapping in on today. Special shout out and thanks to Simply Neek and Gretchen for being sponsors to today's live. Maya said that was a big mistake going to the DCFS. Now they know he has anger issues, so they might not let him see his child. Yeah, I don't think that was a good look for him whatsoever. She's going down. He's going down. These children are going to need intensive therapy. I'm actually dealing with a case that have some similarities like this now. The amount of trauma this kid will face. Wow. And Miss Helena said she's a social worker. She's in that field. So yeah, definitely. I could see that. Okay, so she only wears a suit during trial. Okay, thank you, Sister Lee, for clarifying. So she gonna be in that jail attire, y'all, tomorrow. And I don't know what color their jail attire is, but and we're gonna see, you know, her hair and stuff like that. You can't wear those wigs and stuff. So she'll probably be in one of those jail uniforms. Probably got her hair brushed down into a little bob or something like that. But yeah, we will definitely be tuned in. Okay, and y'all know we're gonna have a lot to talk about after that. Okay, so we're gonna put a bookmark here with part 1, and then we'll definitely come back. Now, don't quote me on today. Okay. I got some stuff to take care of, but definitely we'll come back with the next part of this, and we'll see what else comes out. Okay, what else is confirmed, in my opinion, because a lot of this we have already brought out, talked about over and over 20,000 times, and all it is confirming what we've already thought. But thank everyone for tapping in on today. I really appreciate your support. Make sure you hit the like button, that is for free. Also, make sure you subscribe, and don't forget to hit that bell, because you never know when I'm going to go live. Shout out to all the moderators in the chat, Latte and Dreamy Girl. Also, shout out to the members that are lit up in green. Thank y'all for your support. We are going to do a special members giveaway this week. And also, y'all, we're going to do a live with some Christmas games. Okay, a little trivia, and give away some prizes this week as well. So make sure you set your notifications. Love each and every one of you, and y'all have a blessed Monday. Until next time, bye-bye.
You just flip through truth with the open book. If you felt that heat, like, share and stay locked in. Another chapter done, but we far from finished. Truth on the mic, yeah, we handle business. Real talk, no fluff, just facts and fire. From the book to the block, we taking it higher. The open book, every voice matters, every lie shatters. Catch you next page.